Hi guys, Kaza here. Welcome back. We're back with more of the amazing Shinsengumi with Soji Okita. We're on chapter 6 now. Let's see what's going to happen after the raid we had and helping Soji clean up. Anyway, chapter 6. No need to be shy. After that, Soji said his coat was stained red with blood from the other people. He made excuses and smiled. He said it was heat stroke or that he was anemic. But I witnessed Soji spit out blood. It was dark, and seeing Soji all right made me feel better, so I may have been wrong. Is it alright if I leave him alone? The incident at Aikida made the Shinsengumi more renowned. They received a monetary reward and suddenly became active. They had a banquet at a geisha house. The soldiers made a ruckus and had a festive time. I saw them off to the front door as I was cleaning, and I went toward the garden. I felt a bit lonely when the military post became so silent. When I arrived at the garden, I saw Soji sitting alone on the veranda. Soji, didn't you go with them? I didn't see him leave with them, so that's what I thought. It eased my worries. Huh? Oh. Soji was surprised when he looked over at me. It seemed like he was stared off into space more often after that incident. Is he feeling ill? I put my cleaning tools aside and checked up on Soji. Somehow his bright and shining face was a bit pale. Even though you're injured, Shinpachi and Heisuke went out to a party. There's no way he'd stay because of that. Soji jokingly smiled. Perhaps it would be better if I had gone to Shimabara? This time he had a mischievous smile on his face. Shimabara was a famous red light district. I knew soldiers had headed over there, but if possible, I don't want you to go. Oh, you're being honest. Soji quietly laughed. There's no way I could go if you tell me that, Henri. In exchange, will you entertain me? What? He took my hand and stared at me happily as I blushed. That wasn't what I meant. With that in mind, I asked once again. Did you actually want to go? If you did, then why? What kind of answer are you looking for? Soji replied with a bitter smile. I wasn't in the mood today. Are you satisfied with that answer? Soji sighed as he said that. He had nothing else to say. Soji would sometimes take a rest from training. Toshizo said he might be exhausted after such a big mission. Hajime was worried that he would be exhausted for a long time. Is that really all? After that, I heard that the Chonsu army was gathering at Mount Tenyo, Fushimi, and Sagateruji. Oh, dear God. Sagatenruji Temple. There we go. Ha! I said it. I was like, trip over those words. You can do it, Kaze. The Shogunate started mobilizing at Aizu, Kuwana, and Satsuma, and the Shinsengumi were also deployed. Soji wasn't added to that formation. The sick and injured were to stay on base. It wasn't like a war was about to break out. They were still just glaring at each other. Toshizo predicted this. Soji laughed and said that was why he didn't take him. Street fights would break out at any time. It was a tense situation, even though we should be mindful of his health. Can I sit next to you? I asked Soji, who was always sitting on the veranda spacing out. You again? You must have a lot of free time. With a bitter smile, he threw some impish words at me. I'm supposed to be taking care of you. I'm doing my job properly. Here's something I patched up. I held out something I was proud of working on. Soji burst into laughter. Her tranquil mood floated away as Soji covered his mouth and coughed violently. Soji? Don't touch me. As I stretched my arm out to him, he lashed out at me. Shocked, I unconsciously took my hand back. Sorry for yelling at you. It's best if you don't touch me. I'll have your duties as my caretaker revoked. I'll ask Captain Kondo. He stated it clearly and stood up. Soji! I left my patched-up piece there and followed Soji as he went back to his room. I'm telling you not to follow me, Henri. Do I have to say it more clearly? You're a nuisance. Sitting in front of his room, he turned toward me and told me. He stared at me with cold eyes. I looked at his eyes and... Okay, I understand. I'm a nuisance. I understand. Heck no, I don't understand. I won't accept it. Saying that so suddenly, I can't agree to that. My voice was shaking as I replied. Even if you can't agree with it, you will follow my orders. I don't want you by my side. He said it bluntly. However, I knew those weren't his true feelings. Saying something like that so suddenly. Maybe he... Are you worried about how you were coughing earlier? I asked him and his expression changed. Expression of shock. If you're next to me, you might end up dead. Well, very bad news, right? His voice squeezed out as he opened his mouth. It was the same as the fire in Aikida. If you're with me, you would continually be put in danger. As a result, I didn't touch him when he coughed. I couldn't deny what he said. Soji quietly spoke. I'm sure the anguish on his face wasn't my imagination. Why are you saying something like that? It's because I don't want you to die. I couldn't stand it if it was caused by being involved with me. But I don't mind dying. I don't want you to die. Wait, what? I don't mind dying, because we're just talking about me dying, so why would I talk about him not dying? But I don't want you to die either. I don't want you to die either, Soji. Henri, during the fire and while arresting people, you're the one who's constantly in danger, Soji. Okay, that makes sense now. I'm a samurai. This is the life I chose. I want to choose as well. Rather than wondering where I'm going to die, I'd rather live my life with you as long as I can. I can't win against you. Are you possibly blushing? It's kind of hard to tell. His hair's in the way. Darn you, hair. Soji put his hand on his forehead and smiled bitterly. His face was a little red. Why are you so desperate? Huh? Normally people would back away knowing that their life was in danger. Even more so for women. It's not like you want to protect someone or take revenge. Why do you continue to? That's because what he said was true. During the time at Aikida, I wanted to help everyone and protect Kyoto. But now, my reason is, I just don't want to be apart from Soji. I'm sure I'll give up if he tells me he hates me and doesn't want to see my face. I can't accept being pushed away because of danger. Even if it is dangerous, I want to be by Soji's side. At a time like this, I realize this fact. Even if I come across something scary, even if he bullies me, I know I want to be right here. I love... What's wrong? Why are you so silent all of a sudden? Soji became suspicious and looked at my face. What should I do? Should I tell Soji my feelings? Tell him, don't tell him. Tell him. I think after finally being able to say that much, I couldn't say the rest very well. But Soji seemed to have guessed as he saw how red I was. What do you think? Nevertheless, he asked me. He was grinning. You're such a bully. Do you want me to be gentler? Or do you want me to tease you some more? After pouting and complaining, Soji smiled and took my hand. He took me into his room and closed the door and pushed me down with his hands on my waist. In contrast to his rough actions, he laid me down on the floor softly. Soji looked straight at me as he hung over me. You're not going to resist. His voice was quiet, as if he'd been waiting for this moment, as if he was angry. I slowly shook my head side to side. I'm not responsible for whatever happens. I desperately tried to push you away. If you don't escape now, you'll regret it. I can't take my hands off of you anymore, Henri. I won't regret it. I might regret it. That'd be mean. I might regret it, but let's do this. What? No. I won't regret it. I told him clearly. I mean, please, don't let go of me. You're such a foolish person. Affection was mixed in with his objecting tone. Soji. No need to be shy. Say my name. Soji. I said with hesitation, and Soji smiled back at me. I was determined to say his name again. As if they were clamping down, Soji's lips softly touched mine. At first, it was gentle, just a peck. and then gradually became rougher and rougher. He did the bow on my kimono and slipped his hand inside. He wasn't violent like he was before. I wasn't scared at all. I was happy when he touched me. I wanted to feel more of his warmth. Thinking that, I put my arms around his back. Then, our bodies connected for a long period of time. Ooh, yay! And yay, and yay, and ah! I don't know what to think. I was like happy, but I was like, I kind of know where this is going because we played Hakuoki, so yeah. But I don't think that's like actually going to play a part in this. I don't think, because we didn't go that far. I don't think we found out till way, way, way later. I think. I don't remember. Anyway, so let me know what you thought of that chapter and the ups and downs of it. Alright, anyway, I'll see you guys in the next week. Until then, bye. Go out.